Happy January 2nd. We're winter sowing out here in zone 8A. We've been winter sowing and we are going to be starting a bunch of other stuff today. Brussels sprouts, cabbage, basically any other vegetables with a long time to harvest. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Happy Friday. I'm getting all confused because of the different times. All right. I got a few dill in here. I don't like this setup. I'm gonna make sure I pot this soon. And we got this here. Here, where are the seeds at? So this is parsley. We got parsley over here. Carrots as usual. Let me show my carrots. Carrots. Here are my carrots here. Can you guys see them? Hello, good day. Put these carrots up front. Hi, Black Boy Ho. Happy Friday. We got my carrots here. I went ahead and planted most of my stuff in the ground, so it's both good and bad. A lot of the stuff, some of it didn't take, and then some of them, I feel like the rats came by and ate them. So, what you gonna do about that? Not a whole lot. Where's my gloves? Oh no, dang it. I didn't bring gloves. But, Buck Boy Ho. Happy Friday. Did the celery make it? Yeah, celery baby growing in there. Remember these celery that I uppotted? They're growing. They're just taking forever. So this is one. Let me keep this open so you guys can see. And we're gonna be starting Brussels sprouts. Let me know, are you excited about Brussels sprouts? But first, I have some scallions that I wanna go ahead and start. These are some scallion seeds. They are normally black. They are green though, because I hear they put on fertilizer, so that's why it has a little bit of green on it. These are our black seeds for scallions that I'm going to start some of. So these are bunching onions, if you will. I'm going to start some in this container here. I'll just sprinkle them on here. I let them pre-soak. I think it is going to help with germination rates, and I'm just going to sprinkle them around. If only they'll come off my fingers. Oh my gosh, look like they're all over my fingers. Did you have a good Happy New Year, everybody? Black Boy, did you guys have a good New Year? All right, we're gonna put this in here. These are scallion seeds, and they're green, yes, because they have fertilizer on them. Sprinkle. Come on, get off my finger. Sprinkle. Oh, come on. I'm gonna try this method. I've also tried soil block. Hello, Seed Addict. Good day. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a good New Year. We are starting seeds. More scallion green onions. Let's see, what do we do? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I think I was in bed by like 10 p.m. When you have kids, I don't know, life is simpler. Matthew, good to see you. Happy New Year. Or Matt, sorry. Good to see you. Happy Friday. We are starting some scallions today, or also known as green onions. I did let them pre-sprout. What I hear about onions in particular is that they are not very viable, and also they don't keep their viability well over time. So we are going to go ahead and plant. I'm just going to plant all the onion seeds I have progressively over time. If only these would get off my fingers. I've also grown onions from store-bought, green onions from store-bought as well. I'm excited to have these. These are like perennials. They come back every year. I have green onions from prior years that are still. Oh, hi, Les. You changed the name again. Well, good to see you, Les. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Jackie, we were here, child. Oh, nice. How fun, Jackie. Yeah, We just kept it real. Hello, Gary. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy Friday, everybody. Russell, hello. Welcome. Happy New Year. Excellent. Yeah, I'm just starting some scallions, also known as green onions, here today. As Gary and I were discussing before, what I observed about green onions is that they do tend to lose their viability over time. So I'm going to start. So I'm going to go ahead and sprout as many of these as I can before they lose their viability. And I think these were the ones that were still sprouting. So these are, and they're green because they have fertilizer on them, but normally they're black. Happy New Year, guys. Anyway, so I got this started. I went ahead and pre-soaked them. I'm hoping it's going to help with viability. And then I'm just putting in a small container here. Small container here. Gary, what else are you starting? Or what is hello, Ro, good to see you. We are starting green onions. I do also have some from kitchen scraps that I grew, and I recently put them in the ground. So hopefully they take well. Hello, growing. Good to see you. Happy New Year. It looks yes, it is pretty warm here today. It's if anything, it's been really dry though. So you guys remember, I had a lot of, I don't have a lot of sprouted seeds to show right now because I planted a lot of them in the ground. I just got tired of caring for them. I put them in like this. Was it a bit early? Yes. Some of them disappeared. I don't know if it was bugs or if I didn't let it settle in well. No. The kids are of course still on winter break, so I'm getting asked if they're allowed to play. And so these are all the carrots that are doing really well. But I planted a lot of the purple cabbages. I went ahead and planted the Chinese broccoli that I had growing. I went ahead and planted as well. Hello, growing. Thank you, growing. I appreciate that. Right, Jackie? We're gonna be warm. It's been really dry though, so the seedlings that I had tried to put in the ground, I've been forgetting to water them daily, and that might be contributing to my loss of seedlings as well. It's okay. We got lots of seedlings started all the time. Yes, Matthew, very astute observation. It is going to be 70s today, and it'll be 60s, 70s for the next foreseeable 7 days. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, growing. I appreciate it. Les, you're saying it looks we got 7 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. I mean, I do like snow, but only if I'm able to play in it. Thank you, growing in MO flower. Oh, but we're always starting seeds though, that's the thing. Hopefully these will sprout soon too. So these are carrot seeds, if you guys didn't know. Okay, so I went shopping today and my dill is so tiny. Dill is so expensive in the store though. Please grow faster. Please grow faster. Dill is supposedly frost tolerant down to 28. I want to see. I hope to be able to see that. I have some dill I already tried to plant in the ground. Again, they were mostly still micro soil blocks, so I don't know. I have yet to check how they've taken, but these are ones that I've also started as well, and I'll probably try to uppot them here. Yes, right, Gary. We do tray for our warm. I mean, it's not even that warm. I mean, you have a warm winter, but it still gets down to like 10 degrees in February for 8A. It's still pretty cold. Brutal summer. We do have very brutal summers. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, Jackie, you spent some time in the snow. Too many years in. Oh, that's right. That's right. Jackie, that's crazy. You don't even own a coat. I definitely do. Les, the next Friday are going to be 2 to 4 Fahrenheit. But Les, you guys did have a couple of days of really warm weather though, right? Like unseasonably warm weather. Matthew, hello. Where do you get all of your growing containers? From the grocery store? What do you mean? These are from the grocery store. This used to have blueberries. Used to have blueberries. And these are actually pretty handy for starting season. This was blueberries as well. I don't recommend this type. I mean, if I did a soil block it, I think that would work really well. But these are, and then in terms of the soil block, this is the one that I have linked on my Amazon. You can check it out as a micro soil blocker. That's what makes this shape. Jackie, we're dropping back down to low 40s this week. Yeah, that's right. It is going to be a low 40s for us too, Jackie. So we have these. And then I just put some green scallions in here, and I'm going to just water it. I have some more. I think I'm going to soak those and put those elsewhere. I need a tray so I don't make a mess. Here we go. Another tray. And actually, I want to use a different thing to water it with. I'm going to get my little sponge out here. Les, you're saying next week is going to be above freezing for 4 to 5 days. Wow, Les. Well, that's exciting. Above freezing. Above freezing. That's always good. Okay, so we're watering here. Actually, I'm going to bottom. So this used to be a mushroom container. We love mushrooms. And I know we talked a few times about potentially growing it. I think for me, I want to master growing my vegetables first. Okay, question. How many of you guys really baby your vegetables? I think I'm just in a hurry to get them in the ground and then out of these containers. I just feel like the ground is less work. But it's not true, because I find that I still have to water the seedlings every day though, even the ones that are in the ground. But yeah. Is it possible to rush the process? Ro, is it, you also like using the soil blocker? Nice. I've got one from our local store. Yay! Yes, same, Ro. Exactly. That's also my same problem. It would all get tangled. And I didn't used to, I didn't even acquire it until September of this year. That's when I was like, okay, I want to get really good about seed starting. But now I'm working on the next level up, which is learning how to get them from the micro soil blocker into a bigger state. I get really impatient, so I have a lot of them. Some of the purple broccolis I did leave in here. So this is, this one's trying to recover, so I'm not going to touch it a whole lot. But see, I've got 2 in here. But I get really impatient with this size. I get really impatient with this size though. Here are the, if you guys remember, here are the celeries that we started, that I uppotted, what was it, like 2 weeks ago by now? Look how slow they are. Just in general, everything seems to grow really slowly in these. I don't know how to help it along, but I just assume that putting it in the ground might help it along faster. I do have critters that will come by, like a radish that I saw yesterday. It's gone. I'm pretty sure the rat came by. It was in a section kind of closer to the house, and the rat seemed a lot more confident closer to the house. Let's see. Let's see what you're saying. Les, you're saying, I've been looking at greenhouses. Nice. 10 by 20 and 7 foot tall. Nice, Les. Well, would you do it heated though? Would you do a heated one? Freezing and black ice shut down. Wow. Okay. Gary, you're saying it is extremely rare we stay below freezing for 4 or 5 days. Yeah, that's definitely more common for me in North Texas though. It will be freezing 4. That's true. I mean, you're right, but it definitely happens at least once in my zone. It has been unseasonably warm, I think, for most of us though. Les, you're saying we had a freezing rain here earlier last week. Wow, ice skating rink. That sounds fun, temporarily. So I'm just gonna gently, I got my seeds in here. I'm just gonna gently press them in to the soil. Remember with seed depth, if you're a new gardener, I often find that this is the one area where people get tripped up on. When I'm showing them how to plant seed depth, they're like, oh wow, I definitely planted way too deep. So yeah, seed depth is a big thing, apparently. And my general rule of thumb is only plant as deep as it is wide. So yep, I put it in there. Okay. And then yeah, hopefully we'll see scallions. So I even predated this. It was like 1, 2, and they're not seed scallions. Let's see what I was gonna do. Last thing, I'm gonna put on a little bit of a, since we have a lot of leaves in abundance. Lots of leaves in abundance. I'm just gonna lightly use it like a mulch. Lightly mulch it like this. I like leaves in particular because they blow. Unlike wood chips, they will protect my soil, but then not let it dry out. But then also create like a breathable mulch for the top. So this is done. So hopefully we get to see progress over the next couple of days. Yes, yeah, Les. I think it is. We have rats in my city. Yes, we have rats in my city. Unfortunately, yes, we have rats in my city. And I'm pretty sure it lives in my area as well. And I'm pretty sure, because it was a big radish. I mean, it was a big radish leaf. The radish hadn't formed yet, but it was a pretty big radish. Yes, Les, it was. Jackie, thank you so much for helping moderate. I appreciate it. Was it mulch that, yes, it was mulch that I had dropped off. I'm still working on it, by the way. Haven't made progress in the last week. Like, we were really aggressive and lots of energy initially, but now that the novelty of this big mulch mountain has worn off, it's been sitting there for the past week, untouched. Gary, you guys have rats. Okay, are they better managed though? From like Gary, I forget. Do you have barn cats? We don't have barn cats. Nobody has barn cats around here, and nobody really lets their domestic cat run wild either. So really, we're just counting on the bobcats, the hawks, the owls. Oh, not the hawks. The owls. Hawks are not nocturnal. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. Yep, Jackie. As deep as they are wide. Jackie, yes. I'm also very impatient. I'm like, please get out of these containers so I don't have to baby you as much. Jackie. Les, what do you do? Do you have rats in your area? Like, what? I want to know. Like, tell me. You grow so much food too. I'm pretty sure something comes and eat it. Oh man, I'm even missed. Thank you so much, Jackie, for helping moderate. Ah, that's nice, Jackie. We need to have more stray cats in my neighborhood. My cat goes in my house. They always, nice, Jonathan. So, Jonathan, you are also raising a barn cat as well, huh? Gary, your dog chases off cats. Nice. Chickens tend to attract rats. Okay. I mean, I don't have any chickens, but I would like to have some next spring. What can I do? Is it the chicken feed? Gary, is it the chicken feed that attracts the rats? What is it? I'm gonna try and figure out this. Maybe it's the chicken feed. The readily available food. I mean, my garden obviously attracts it as well because I just have greens out in the open. Oh, nice, Jonathan. So Jonathan, you also have barn cats too. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Les, so much for also helping moderate. I appreciate it. Okay, Les, you don't get rats like that. We get raccoons and deer. Deer, okay. Oh, you guys have like a lot bigger vegetables, or a lot bigger animals. Thank you, Jackie. It's the feed and manure. Okay, manure. Okay. So Gary, I had seen this thing where I'm only allowed 4 or 5 chickens in my city zone anyway, if I were to get them. I've seen this thing where they have like the hutch and it's movable. I feel like my backyard is big enough that I could like move it in like a 4-quadrant space. I'm wondering if that will help. I'll try it. I mean, I already have rats though, so that is not an excuse. The me bringing the rats is not an excuse because they were already here to begin with. So anyway, has anyone started dill yet? Is anyone growing dill? I love dill, you guys. I didn't even know I loved it until I started growing in a vegetable garden and realized how much I really loved dill. So I cannot wait for my little baby dill in here. I already have some that I tried to move in ground. I don't know how effective they are. I tried to plant them near the Napa cabbage, so we'll see. But we got dill here. My soil is a little dry, but that's okay. I think I do need to pot these though, so that's what we're gonna do here. I found that dill's pretty hardy when it comes to transplanting. I mean, as hardy as a carrot. It looks like a carrot, but yeah, here's a baby dill, baby dill. Ooh, this soil right here is super dry. Okay, I might have to redo this one. Lots and lots of containers here. Some people can be categorized as a rat. That's funny. Jackie, you're saying there is moderate large greenway behind my house. We do get... Ah, Jackie. We also do have... This is also a greenway too, technically, back here. It's just where the power lines run. Although it's cut grass and it's very short, so... You're growing dill inside right now. How big is yours, Les? How big is yours? Jonathan. Yeah, it does, right? Oh my gosh, so delicious. And I have like a lot of seeds, so I just cannot wait for this. I'm impatient for this to grow big. What I got like a carrot in here. All right, the soil's a little dry. That's okay. We'll make a room for, oh, it's almost like, okay, there we go. Making room for my dill. Okay, there we go. I love, love, love dill. I need to grow like lots and lots and lots of it. I paid $2.49 today for my dill at the store. Ooh, hopefully I didn't smash it though. I don't think that did that. I don't think that did it. I think I need to actually... I gotta start a new container. These are a really cute size for starting seeds, you guys. This is a very cute size for starting seeds. This is almost like the size of that mini soil blocker. The next size up from mine. All right, we're gonna get my dirt over here. Here we go. You have, looks like a... Les, you're saying I have 3 types of dill. That's crazy. Gary, Les, I'm just growing 1 type of dill. And I'm happy with it. I just want more of it. Just more. More. All right. We're gonna put it in here. So we're just gonna move the dill. These are cute. If you are growing dill in containers, I was reading that you need at least a 12-inch pot. So again, I'm just growing it in here, waiting for it to get a little bit bigger, and then I'm gonna move it or give it away. Probably, I know my dad will also appreciate dill, so I think that's what I might do with this one in this container here. Let's open this, put it in. I already have some other dill started in the garden, so. And with dill, do you guys generally find that it's better to just throw it in the ground? I just like how I can see it starting though. All right, there we go. Dill, done. Another dill, okay. Yay. Water it. Water it in. So many containers to care for. Gary, you're saying with only 4 or 5 chickens will not attract as many, but even a garden, right? Yeah, Gary, that is my point. I think my garden's already attracting the rats, unfortunately. And every day, I feel like aside from some of my seedlings not being planted well, I mean, human error, right? There are definitely some seedlings that are just disappearing. And I don't really have a way of protecting it. So yeah, but that's okay. What did they say? Plant more for the wildlife, right? Ro, do I use 100% garden soil to start? Oh yeah, great question, Ro. I often do my native soil mixed in with DIY compost, with my compost. So like you'll see, this is like my old cherry, oops. This is like an old cherry seed in here. And then there's also eggshells. There's eggshells. Yeah, I typically do like a half and half. So a half native soil and half compost mix. Seems to do just fine. I like how the native soil probably already does have rock in it. So when I hear people like often talk about adding vermiculite or other like rock-like stuff, I'm like, my garden soil probably has that covered. Yeah, here's a dill. I'm being very gentle with it. Here's the dill. And now I need to find a container. How closely, okay, for dill, how closely can I plant them? I mean, eventually it'll grow really ferny and big, right? So maybe I'll keep it separated for now. But I want more. I want more. Did I water this? I didn't water this. Yeah, this is this one. I think I need to redo the soil in this one. It's just so dry. Was this lettuce? Oh, this might have been a lettuce, you guys. Oh, well. Well, that's fine. See, the thing about these things is like it's always moist at the bottom, but the top is not. Ugh. This is why the smaller container, the better. Because like the bottom is clearly moist, but the top is like drier. I think this is lettuce, you guys. I'm going to keep it in here and then I will... I almost want to get a smaller container. Oh, there's a baby. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Looks like a firework. Hee hee. Fat. I have to plow a foot of snow to get out my driveway. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. It's cold. It's cold. This is why I don't live in the north. I don't plan to shovel snow. I know, Jackie, you did it for a little bit when you're in Alaska. Les, it's about a foot tall right now. It was taller. It grows. Yes, it does. And Seed Daddy or Les, I wonder how long it takes to actually go to flower now that we're in winter. My cilantro is 2 months old and still giving me cilantro. Whereas in the summertime, it like bolts in about a month. So far it seems to be like at least double the lifespan. Our greenways mainly trees and brush. It's not maintained. Ah, I see. So yeah, different from mine. Mine's just like flat grass out there with like a bicycle path going through it. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you. Les, you also use large yogurt. Ooh, I like that. Oh yeah, the big ones, right? I was using that. The deep ones? Okay. Jackie, I think I need to move my rosemary. I'm worried about killing her though. She's a large pot now, but I want to move her in the ground. Any advice? She's about 3 years old. I think you should feel comfortable moving her in the ground. She's already mature, and you guys have a pretty good climate down south. There's not much chance of frost, so I feel like your rosemary will do well. Anyone else is welcome to chime in. Les, you're on a seed ordering mission right now. I've ordered 15 things so far, but my list is close to 200. Nice, Les. How exciting. Hi, Michael. I love dill pickles too. Yes, or I love just dill in general. So we are, this is dill here. This is what a baby dill looks like. Let me put it up closer. Baby dill looks like. And I was going to try and transplant it. I find that these are, oh, we got a little garden friend in here. Baby earthworm. Can you guys see? Baby earthworm. Baby earthworm. All right. When you say large yogurt containers, Les, are you saying something like this? Is this considered a large container? Or do you do like the individual size ones? Anyway, this container is like too big. This one I even find too big too, but what am I gonna do? I don't know. And these take up so much space. That's the other thing that annoys me about this. Jackie, Grow Your Food has a... I'm so excited. Gary, you're so generous. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited, Jackie. Jackie, I just killed my rosemary. Oh no, Les. Oh no. Rosemary does not like too much water. People do plant rosemary in the ground in your area. Yeah, I think so too, Gary. I think so too. And then it's like drier in your area too, Jacqueline. So that's why I'm thinking it might be fine. I had rosemary die in a container. The other one is doing fine. Okay, nice to know, Gary. Seed addict. I have 45 tomato varieties. Just ordered seeds for April. All are organic. Most are heirlooms and one from a nice, very nice. Les is the tomatoes, peppers king, as well as, wait, what was the third one? Tomatoes and peppers king. He like literally has tried all the varieties ever. Ro, I'll also use compost if the rats stop eating the stuff before. Ro, okay, yeah, so that's one of the things that I found about my compost pile. I found I had to protect my compost pile, so I've been using bricks. Well, first I put down like plastic to keep the rainwater out of the pile, and then I put bricks down on top of it. That way there's no chance for them to... I will on occasion see them try to bite through the plastic, especially if I haven't covered it well. But the brick, obviously, they can't move that, and then two, they can't bite through brick. So I do it thickly so that they can't directly access the plastic and bite. So far, it's working. I do also think that because of what I'm growing in the garden, they're like less likely to dig in my compost pile because I don't I have less ability to protect my garden stuff as well. So they're probably out here, like I said, nibbling away at some of my seedlings. I'll need to figure out a plan, but hopefully me starting 40 seeds at once will naturally help volume wise. Gary says it becomes an addiction. Figs are the same way. Guys, I haven't gotten there yet, thankfully. Right now, I'm just trying to get really good about growing different variety. For me, variety is richness. So I think mine's like really trying to get really good about growing different things. I haven't gotten obsessed about one thing in particular yet, though. But I will be going to Gary, you for fig suggestions, as well as any other fruit or citrus trees. I mean, you grow everything, Gary, but citrus trees, and then Les, you for tomato and peppers. Mine was a 1 gallon pot for 2 years and it was fine. I didn't do that. Oh no. Figs are super nice. I think they're a little bit, is it too cold in your zone though? That's what I was gonna say, Seed. Unless you grow it indoors. Jackie, I'm afraid of the wasps that are supposed to accompany figs. We talked about this before, and I remember Gary saying that they are generally, I remember him saying that they are, it's a certain species, right? Or it's only in California? I forget what Gary said. But I have wasps that fly around my fig, but they don't lay eggs in my fig variety. Oh, you're saying, Jonathan, you're saying when dill bolts, it looks like mini fires. Yeah, it does. It does. So beautiful. All right. I got distracted. So we're gonna fill this again. And then I'm gonna put this, I'm pretty sure this is lettuce right here, so I'm just gonna put it in here. Oops, hopefully that didn't bother it too much. Lettuce. So I got lettuce, we'll leave the lettuce in here. I'm gonna put those 2 dill things in here. Dill and cilantro don't like a lot of sun. They bolt early. I lost. Les, you're saying dill and cilantro don't. That's right. They bolt easily in the summertime. I lost a lot this summer due to. Yes, most certainly. Yep, they do. That's why I'm hopeful that I can hopefully grow it in zone 8A during our miles winters. I mean, I say miles, but it still gets to, what did I say? It still gets to like 10 degrees in February, so I'll have to have a plan. But for now, I'm going to be basking and enjoying all the sun that we're getting. Look how long that dill is. This is why I think they say you need at least like a 12-inch pot if you're growing dill. I just want to grow a little bit bigger, and then all right, and put a little more soil in here. Oops, buried it. All right, and then one of them's looking a little droopy, but I'm sure if I just keep it out of the sun, it'll be fine. For the next 24 hours, it'll be fine. Guys, it feels like spring here. Feels like spring. All right, there we go. Done. Another one done. Now I gotta do the soil blocking. I've heard that Jackie plus something about the baby wasps are inside the fig. Jackie said, I tried to grow cilantro. I didn't make it past a week. I was so sad. Are you gonna try again? Are you trying again, Jackie? What's the volume of that container? Les, of this one? Oh, was it the one you were asking me about earlier? Hang on. It's gonna be in grams, or no, ounces, I believe. Sorry, we use ounces. It's 16 ounce. That's what this is. 16 ounces. The wasps that pollinate figs are... So yes, Gary's saying that again. The wasps that pollinate figs are only in certain areas of California. Nice. Ro, I believe most modern figs don't need to be pollinated by wasps. Nice, Ro. Thank you for chiming in. Okay, I'm sure you guys are reading this faster than I use the larger containers. Ah, gotcha. Seed. Yeah, the big ones. Gotcha. Plant rosemary. Task. Plant. I do have some rosemary that a friend gave me, and I'm attempting to propagate it, so we'll see how it does. It's from Sprigs. Well, at the more, Jackie, well, all the more reason to not grow it. I definitely don't. But wasps are good, you guys. They help control hornworm populations. They help, like all those cabbage worms, they'll eat those. Those are good, the good guys. I mean, I don't enjoy being stung by them, but it is important for our ecosystem and important for managing our garden pests. Figs do well in Texas, yes. Look at Les. Les is asking Jacqueline what kind of tomato she got. Jackie, I got some micro dwarf tomatoes. Ah, perfect. The ones that, yeah, Gary has been talking about those nonstop. Love it. Jackie, wasps were not aggressive until the fall. Okay, good to know. Jacqueline, I've grown those. They're delicious tomatoes. Yeah, you guys know what's up. Jackie, I found out that dragonfly eat wasps. They do? Wasps are kind of big animals. I mean, big bugs. I have some micro... Yes, Gary. Of course you would. Hi, Jacko. It is warm, Jacko. It is like 70 degrees today. It'll be 70s, 60s for the next foreseeable 7 days here in North Texas. It's been, like I said, unseasonably warm. We're having some warm weather. Yes, right? It could change all next week within a blink of an eye because this is not normal for us. Leslie saying, I grow a little of everything right now. I'm growing mammoth, dill, arugula, speckled romaine, beet, greens, spicy, yummy. I have some pots that are 5, 7, and... Okay, you have like big pots. That's right. As long as wasps do not sting me, but if I get stung, it's time for them to go. That's funny. I love it. Dragonflies eat other pests. Yes, they do. Specifically mosquitoes. The ones that I despise the most. I'm okay with wasps. Don't like mosquitoes, though. Don't like mosquitoes. All right, so we got the dill. I can't wait for these dills to be big. Like I said, I already put some in the ground. Okay, so what my question was, how, for those of you that are also growing, how often or how long do you guys typically baby your plants? Do you baby them until they are like garden size? I am just like so impatient, Jackie. Like Jackie, I'm like so impatient. I think carrots okay if I put them in the ground like this. Some of them didn't take, like, I would say 80%, and then I went ahead and replanted them through, but I have so many carrot seeds that it doesn't bother me to do that. Jackie, you're saying, I have a teenage crowd in the best way, and an initial top wasp. I can see that, Jackie. Les, believe it or not, I've seen mosquitoes in the middle of February. Whoa, no way, Les. That is unheard of. They probably are wearing winter parkas. Jackie, you baby your tomatoes until they die. That's funny. Honestly, it's like when you have, this is probably what happens when you like have too many of progeny of your own. I like cannot care for them all. So I'm just like putting out there as many as possible, and yeah. It's like whatever it takes, whatever gets eaten. But I'm just like starting so many, it's becoming a little unmanageable for me to keep them all alive. Gary, you're saying we have mosquitoes here year round, but not near as many in the winter. We're drier here in North Texas, so it doesn't feel as bad. Not as noticeable in my area. It's only mostly after rainfall. That's when we typically see a lot of activity. Oh, this is the most tedious part, you guys, honestly. Like, uppotting these seeds, caring for them. Oh, which, by the way, I wanted to show you this. We were talking about cilantro, right? Look who finally emerged. My cilantro that I started, this is what? Like a month ago at this point. I started them really wet and damp, and they are finally coming up. I guess after drying off a little bit, so they're finally coming up. My cilantro. So my particular cilantro seeds don't like a lot of moisture, which is why it took them forever to germinate. I will not be soaking them or pre-soaking them the next time I plant them, or I haven't been. Love it, Les. You try to keep them alive as long as possible. Jackie, you're saying lots and lots of mosquitoes. If it rains in winter, we'll have mosquitoes the next day. Yep, Jackie, same. Again, it's been really dry here, though, for our winter. Like, we haven't had rain in 2 weeks. It's a little worrisome. Normally, it's wetter. I found this... You do, Les? Okay, you do find it finicky. Mine generally, and it's probably because I save my own seeds from the cilantro that I grow in mostly drought conditions. I find that I don't have to do a whole lot for it. But the one time that I pre-soaked them is the one time that they took forever to sprout. Again, I think it's just because my particular cilantro is accustomed to less water, and so when I overwatered it, it didn't want to come up. It's true, like you can actually, train your plants to grow in certain conditions. It's kind of like breeding certain dogs, right? And I absolutely believe in that. Even over like a generation or two, you can adapt and have them grow either in more dry conditions and thus be more drought tolerant seeds, or grow in more moist conditions to be more water tolerant. Jackie, you're saying my burgundy okra I planted in spring last year is still free. How amazing, Jackie. Mine is definitely dead. We've also had 6 sprouts of light frost, though. Awesome. Jackie and Gary are, Les and Gary are both complimenting Jackie. Nematodes take them out, Gary. Interesting. I do. So when you say that, Gary, is it when you, for okra, are you sprouting them and then putting them in the ground, or are you directly seeding them? I always sprout and then put it in the ground. Les, you're asking, have you ever seen lemon cilantro? No, I haven't, Les. How exciting. Oh, that's right. Basil. That's the last one you also know a lot about, Les. What is a nematode? It sounds like a frog. Oh, hello. Hi, Miss Red Cat. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Yes, we are just starting seeds, of course. I actually meant to start the Brussels sprouts, but I gotta get, I got busy. I up-potted some dill because I love dill, and I just went to the grocery store and it was like $2.49 for a small bunch of dill. So I did already start some dill seeds. Now it's just a matter of letting them grow big enough, because right now they're still like this big. This big, and I think this is lettuce, so I'm gonna let that continue growing there. Maybe with a little bit more soil. Yeah, like that. Nematode is a microscopic worm that stings the roots. Wow, Gary, I didn't realize it stung the root. Just easier than you. Oh, I see. You direct seed easier. Nice, Gary. Nematodes are worse in sandier ground. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, we have more clay up here than we do sand. I'm sure we have nematodes too. I don't know how to, I don't know how to detect if I have them or not. And people often, here's a carrot seedling. We'll keep it alive. Let's keep this one alive. I gotta find a container for it though. What did I do with my tweezers? Where did I put my tweezers? Where did the tweezers go? Okay, I have this carrot that sprouted here. No seed left behind, so I'm just gonna try and plant it here in the corner. And then when I plant this in the ground, hopefully the carrot will grow with it. Okay. Carrot, this one's carrot, 2 dills, and I think that's lettuce maybe. We'll just let them grow in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of my crushed leaf on here as a light mulch, just to keep the moisture in, but still allow some sunlight in. And yeah, there we go. This one's up potted. Ooh, almost knocked over my seeds. Let's see. Miss Red Cat, I am in North Texas, Zone 8A, where it's unseasonably warm. This is not normal for our time of the year, but I feel like everywhere else in the U.S. is also experiencing unseasonably warm weather as well. Les, you're asking, do I like hot peppers? I like jalapenos. I do like hot peppers, but not too hot. Like, I'm not a habanero person. Jalapenos is probably about as hot as I'll get. What about you guys? Jackie, you're saying, I tend to keep sand out of my pots. Okay. I save a number of the large okra from the seeds. Nice. And I'll be planting more of them. Yay! Yay, Jackie! Way to seed save. Way to seed save. That way I can harvest enough for a meal at one time. Yes, you're gonna be swimming in okra, Jackie, before you know it. You're gonna wish you didn't have any. Gary, if you pull up the plant and have knots all over the roots. Oh, okay, good to know. Knots all over the roots. Good to know, Gary. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll be looking for that. Like I said, I finally emptied out all my containers because I planted a lot of them in ground. Remember, I got tired of babying them, so these are all empty. I'm ready for new things to plant. I'm gonna move these to the side. I also really love parsley, you guys, and also have those growing as well. Oops, gotta keep this out of the sun. So many containers, I'm getting like overwhelmed. Okay, do my best. This is almost kind of why I like soil blocking, because everything's neater, it's stackable. Because once I start getting them into the bigger pots, like this is like the only way for me to kind of carry them around or tote them around. If you pull up the, let's see, Jackie, do the leaves react to nematodes or do they yellow or spot? Oh yeah, great question, Jackie. Yeah, is there a way to tell in advance? Yeah. Miss Red Cat, do you grow enough to... No, Miss Red Cat, not yet. Not yet. but that would be the goal. That is the goal. Not necessarily to be self-efficient, but just to grow as much food as possible all year round, or attempt to. It does get to 10 degrees in my zone. So it will get very cold in February. And I'll have to figure out a plan for how I'm going to protect my plants. Mostly I'm thinking row covers, like a cold frame, unheated greenhouse type setup. Still finalizing that though, and I still have time. But in the meanwhile, I'm definitely still starting plants. A lot of the seeds, especially your cool season crops, are frost tolerant down to 28, and some of them even 20 degrees. So I am exploring how nature shows how resilient it is, and then meanwhile still slowly figuring out how I'm going to protect my plants once real winter comes in February. Great question. Gary responded to Jackie saying the plant will wilt like it's not getting enough water even when there is moisture. Oh, okay. Okay, Gary, good to know. Jonathan's asking, have you guys ever had white flies? Not to my knowledge. I don't even know what a white fly is. Les, you're saying I've ordered seeds for peppers such as Count Dracula, Blood Ghost, Hollow's Eve, Apocalypse Scorpion. You like it spicy. Seed added, sounds amazing. Jonathan, okay, Jonathan, you're also a hot pepper lover. How exciting. Okay, but what do you guys do with all your hot peppers? You just eat it raw, or like you make it into a jam? Gary, you say, I grow a lot of white flies at times. Okay, how do I know that I have a white fly? Like, what is a white fly? I'll go look it up. I think I need a picture at this point. 20, yes, I'm talking about Miss Red Cat Fahrenheit, yes. Miss Red Cat, where are you located? I'm in the US, and so yeah, I'm using Fahrenheit, and I'm using ounces and pounds over grams. Metal names for seeds. I like it. Oh, I like it. Yeah, those are some really cool seeds for names, yeah. Les, Jonathan, I've gotten those of nice. Metal names. You're in the Netherlands. Well, welcome, Miss Red Cat. Do you grow your own food as well? Or do you attempt to grow your own food, Miss Red Cat? It's cold right now. But do you have a greenhouse? Do you grow? Jonathan, you're saying they're tiny little white looking flies. Oh, okay. I think I have seen them actually. I think I actually saw them on my plants the other day, now that I think about it. They're very tiny. Okay. I know what you're talking about then. I've definitely seen them on my seedlings here. Gary, you're saying when you go up the plant and a mass of white things oh my God. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Maybe my infestation haven't been that bad yet though. Oh goodness. And what do they like? Do they like especially moist conditions? What is it? Cabbage loopers seed addict. Okay. I'm okay with cabbage loopers. They're just like worms to me. They don't bother me. Do I like them on my cabbages? No. But it doesn't bother me. Jackie, that sounds concerning. Yes, I'm a little concerned too. I don't think I've quite had white flies yet, now that you guys mention it. I'm learning that neem oil is basically good for everything. I've heard of neem oil, yes. I don't personally use it, but I've definitely heard of its benefits. Nice. Okay, so Jonathan, you will use neem oil for your white fly problem. Les, you're saying they eat anything from the bath. Yep, that's right, Les. Cabbages, kale. Yep, they absolutely do. All right, I think I can package these full. Jackie, yes, yes. Thankfully, Jackie, I would check your broccoli on occasion though. Just make sure it doesn't have any holes. Check the undersides of the leaves in particular, just to make sure it's still looking healthy. I know you got your little floret forming, and I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. So excited. Leaf miners. Okay, I've definitely had leaf miners. I only recently learned about that, Jonathan. I didn't even look, I thought they were just cool designs, but now I know what they actually are. I don't know, for me, you guys, though, it's like when we grow outside, it's natural just to encounter pests. So, well, I think it is helpful to recognize them, and thank you guys for sharing your knowledge on them. I guess I'm like, well, it's a natural part of life. And the best thing that I can hope for is for the predator of those pests to come along and help manage their populations. But you guys probably already knew that. You guys know I'm like a self-certified wildlife habitat, and that's probably the take that I would take. The main, Les, yeah, the leaf miners are terrible. Ah, Jackie, your babies. Your babies. What were you saying? Oh, yeah. Seed, I did. Yep, if you see moss flying around, especially white moss. Yep, I definitely have them flying around. Yep. And that's where the mesh comes in hand, though. So that's why you guys see every time I open up my cabbages, I have that like mesh over it. And I think it does help. It does help keep the moss, prevent the moss from flying and laying eggs directly on your brassicas. Again, that's kale, anything like that in that neighborhood. The main pest for broccoli is the cabbage looper. Yep, the green, it's green. I think I featured it in one of my videos recently, or I was out in the garden and I spotted one on the mulch and I was pointing it out to you guys. It's green and it crawls like this. It's like that bright green. Vine borers are bad too, but I've never. Yes, Les, they are so bad. They're so annoying here in North Texas. Or actually in any part of Texas or any part of the eastern United States. Vine borers are nasty little buggers that will eat your your pumpkins from the insides out. Jonathan, any tips on how to get rid of leaf-legged bugs? The leaf-footed bugs. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, do you guys have tips? Oh, Jonathan, I've seen people do this one thing where they spray water into mulch and then all the leaf-footed bugs come out. I don't know how you then kill them, but that's how you get the bugs that come out of their homes. You basically flood underlying mulch areas, and that's gets them to come out of their hiding. Veronica, good to see you. Do you have any green? Welcome, Veronica. Good to see you. That's right. Every time you always leave me a comment, you're always asking me, do I have a greenhouse or how I'm protecting my things. I'm in zone 8A, right? Remember, North Texas. And so it's a relatively mild winter in my zone. And unlike the rest of the U.S., it's been unseasonably warm. So no, I don't have a greenhouse. When it got done, the coldest it's been so far is 28 degrees. And a lot of the winter crops can handle, or majority of them can handle down to 28. It's just mostly brassicas and carrots that can handle the lower temp of 20 degrees. So I have been, I have not had to officially protect my plants in that way just yet. But February is typically our coldest month, like it is, I think, for the majority of the U.S., and that is when I'll have to figure it out. I'm thinking row covers, so plastic clear to go around. I've also heard people use black tarp as well. They literally cover their entire plants, and then it's perforated though, so there is some ventilation as well. Maybe I'll have to look into that because apparently black tarp will still let in about 50% sunlight. Good to catch you on my live, Veronica. All right, we were just micro soil blocking here. I was supposed to start some, oops. I was supposed to start some. Oh, it's rather. I lost a lot of my soil. My soil's a little bit drier than it should be. Where is my watering can? Here we go. We're just bottom. We're gonna bottom water it so I can plant some seeds. We're bottom watering here, and then I was gonna plant some more seeds. Yikes! This is. I think I need to make my soil a little bit more moist. It's not holding together. Jackie, you're saying I've heard of vine borers. Unfortunately, I watched a video of a lady removing one. Jackie, they're rather nasty, yeah. Leaf-footed bugs love your plum tree. Oh. Seed addict. Organza bags can come in handy too for some things. Yep, love that, Les. Good morning, Lisa. Good to see you. Oh, I gotta wrap up soon. Sorry, I gotta wrap up. I didn't realize it was already noon. Yes, pumpkin squash. Frosty Harster. Oh. Okay, I sometimes do wear glasses. Yes, Lisa. I'm mostly putting in my contacts. Okay, sorry guys, I gotta wrap. I didn't realize the time. It's been fun, and we'll pick up our conversation on Monday of next week. Maybe we'll pick up with like leaf-footed bugs. That's a great question. Zone 8A, North Carolina. Okay, yay, Veronica. Okay, we'll be in touch on Monday. See you guys soon. Take care. Sorry to wrap so abruptly.